Thank you, Madam President. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, joining us in the gallery today is a good friend of mine, Kelly Ghaisar. And I just want to tell you how I got to know Ms. Ghaisar. Back on November 17th of 2017, I came home from work that night, got to the, I was about to pull into my street, and I could see at the end of the street a bunch of police lights. I thought there'd been an accident at the end of the road. Later that evening, I learned that somebody had been shot and killed right at the end of my street, 2 blocks away from where I live. It turned out that Kelly's son, her husband James's son, Bijan, had been in a collision in the city of Alexandria. He was struck from behind by somebody else and didn't stop after the collision happened. The United States Park Police proceeded to chase him down right by my house, where he stopped at the end of Alexandria Avenue and Fort Hunt Road, and they shot him 8 times. Bijan at the time was completely unarmed and never made any threatening movements of any kind whatsoever. The Department of Justice elected not to have him not to have the 2 U.S. Park Police officers charged in the situation, but the Fairfax County Commonwealth Attorney attempted to bring criminal charges. Those got removed to federal court, ultimately dismissed on technical grounds because these were federal law enforcement officers. The case went up on appeal, and the appeal was ultimately dismissed voluntarily by our Attorney General. But the Ghaisar family has continued to battle for justice for their son in civil court, and that case is still pending. But in the meantime, we passed a bill this year that I think every single person in this chamber voted for, that requires the Attorney General to consult with a victim whenever they are acting as a prosecutor in a case before dismissing a case, which didn't really occur in this case. But Kelly is here today because that law is about to pass over in the House of Delegates, and she's here to honor her son's memory, and as she continues to fight for him to obtain the justice that he really deserves. And I'm so honored she could join us today. Madam President, I would hope you could give her the warm welcome of the Senate.
Please rise. We thank you for coming, and we thank the Senator for bringing your case to our attention. And I've just heard the last parts of it, but I did hear about grief, sorrow, a loss of life, and I'm so sorry that has happened to you. But we hope that with the law about to be made into law, that will give you some peace to know that this was not in vain, and that you will keep fighting. Yes, ma'am. Senators, let us give her the warm welcome of her Senate.